Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to look at how to download stock data using Python. Now this is useful if you want to download a lot of companies' stock prices for the last few years programmatically without having to go and manually download a bunch of CSV files for each company. So firstly, you will need to install the Pandas data reader package. I have a video on how to install packages in PyCharm. So we'll then need to import this Panda data reader. I'm going to import it as web. We're also going to need to import datetime. I'm going to import it as DT. Then we're going to have to create some objects or some variables. First one is going to be our starting date. This is the date you want to start collecting price data for. So I'm going to call it start and we're going to set that equal to dt.datetime. And the first argument will be the year. I'm going to use 2010. Second one is going to be the month, which is January, and the third argument will be the day. So we'll start collecting price data from the 1st of January 2010. So the next variable will be our end date. That's going to be the same as the first one, except it's going to be today's date, which is the 8th of December 2021. The next variable is going to be the ticker we want to actually download data for. This is going to be TSLA for Tesla in our example. The next one is going to be the source. We want to get our data from Yahoo. Then we can actually make our data frame object. Now you can think of a data frame as pretty much rows and columns of data, pretty much like an Excel spreadsheet. We're going to use web, which is our Pandas data reader, and this is going to take 4 arguments. The first one's going to be the ticker. What company do we want to get the data for, which is TSLA, Tesla in this case. Next up is the source, which is Yahoo, then our start date, and lastly our end date. Now I'm going to print df.head. This will show us the first 5 entries or the first 5 rows of our data frame, just so we can have an idea what this data looks like. And as you can see there, you can see we have the high, low, open, close, volume, and adjusted close. Okay, so that's cool, but this doesn't really mean anything to us yet. We can actually export this data as a CSV file. So to do that, simply type df.do_csv, and it's going to take one argument, which is simply the file name. I'm going to call mine tsla.csv. Now when we run this, once again, it will show us the head of the data frame, but it will also create this tsla.csv file. Now if we open that up with Excel, here you can see the date, high, low, open, close, volume, and adjusted close. This will look very familiar to you, and this is now actually usable data you can use for other purposes. So if I just create a simple graph here, you can see there we have the Tesla stock price since its listing on the stock exchange. And you can now actually play around with this data and analyze it, do whatever you want. So anyway, that's all for this video. If you guys found it helpful, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.